Dr. Jada again, and this is my resource series. And in my resource series, I get a chance to share with you all of the resources that I've gleaned over the years and that I've kind of packaged very neatly into my toolbox of tools to use when I need them, but I also share those things with my clients as well. Now, the book I am going to talk about today, I thought about not sharing it because it's so beat up, it's so tattered, it is so worn, but the reason I'm sharing it is because I've used it over and over again. It actually has stimulated my thought process, and there have been more than 4 million copies sold of this book, and I have gotten my use out of this book. So don't judge me, it's really beat up pretty bad. And this is The Magic of Thinking Big. Can you see how worn and torn and tattered this book is? Why? Because I've used it. It's been in my bag. It's been at my bedside. I've taken it on trips. There was just something about this book that I so connected to and related to. I'm not going to give it away. Many of you may have already read it. And if you have, I encourage you, go back and read it, because there's always something that you can glean from every book. And one of the things I think that makes it so important is because the magic of thinking big really forces you to think outside of the box. Have you ever heard of the phrase, "you don't know what you don't know"? Well, there's a psychology term or psychology word that's defined as lacune. Lacune means you don't know what you don't know, meaning that there's a blind spot. Can you believe it? You actually have a blind spot. That means that people can see an area of you that you cannot see yourself. Me too. I always want to know what I don't know, so I'm constantly in search of knowledge, especially knowledge about myself. I want to know what I don't know. But what this book has done for me more specifically is it really pushed me to think outside of the box. When I transitioned careers, I went from a 10-year career being a spokesmodel and commentator for a very large company. And when I transitioned, now remember, I always knew that I was going to go into the field of psychology. So I had a master's degree in counseling. So I knew that I wanted to help people. I wasn't quite sure how. One of the things that I love about what I do now is there are so many facets to my ability to be a therapist. I've done television. I've thought outside of the box and created coaching programs, and I still am able to go into companies and corporations and teach them about anxiety and depression and how to communicate more effectively in their organization. So I've been able to think outside of the box. Now, at first I didn't think. I was just like, okay, I'll be sitting in a private practice or in a hospital somewhere counseling people. Oh no, not at all. This is the magic of thinking big, and you gotta go big, and that's what I did, and this book helped me a lot to do that, along with many other resources. So if you have never read it, go out and get it. It's the magic of thinking big, a really simple tool to get you thinking outside of the box. Again, I'm Dr. Jada Jackson. I am loving my resource series. I hope it's very helpful for you. It'll be really helpful if you leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know if you read the book. Let me know if any of the products that I've shared with you are helpful for you. And again, if you want more information about the services that I offer, you can go over to my website at jadajackson.com. And also follow me on Facebook, on Instagram, Twitter, and definitely on LinkedIn as well. I'll see you in the next video.